Sorry. Hey, awesome teachers. I'm Katrina Ayers, and you're watching Awesome Teacher Nation TV, the place to be to get positive teaching strategies, hints, and tips. In this episode, we're going to talk about what to do, not just if you're angry, but if you're furious and about to completely lose your temper. But first, let's take a look at this week's featured teacher resource. 5-minute classroom management hints. 37 proven ways to manage your classroom and keep your sanity. When you want your classroom management advice short, sweet, and to the point, munch on these 37 bites of essential, gotta have information for running your classroom successfully. Get yours now at Amazon.com. The sanity you save could be your own. Teachers are human, and humans sometimes get angry. And if you're like me, sometimes you get really, really angry. We have a lot of things going on that can tend to push our buttons and make us upset. There are lots of possible reasons that you could get angry. And most of the time we handle it okay. We can take care of a situation. But what about when you are absolutely furious? How do you handle that in an appropriate way when you're an educator? I think we can all agree that it's not good to yell, throw things, punch walls, get physical with kids, things like that. And of course, you would never do any of those things when you were feeling calm and rational. But the problem is, if you're in a state of rage, you are not thinking rationally anymore. There's some physiological things that happen when you get that angry, and your thinking rational part of your brain just completely shuts down. Other things can happen too. Your eyesight can narrow to a pinprick. You can get a buzzing in your ear so that you can't hear anything. Your heart starts pounding. Those are all symptoms that your logical thinking, rational brain has completely shut down. If you ever do get in a situation like that and you're a classroom teacher, believe me, this is an actual emergency. And what you need for an emergency is an emergency plan. Just like other kinds of emergency plans, you need to have an emergency plan ready ahead of time. And the purpose of the emergency plan is to keep everybody safe and to minimize damage. And just like other types of emergency plans, it needs to be practiced and thought about well in advance of when you actually need it. The good thing about having an emergency plan already in place is that once the emergency is happening, you no longer have to actually make decisions. All you have to do is follow your plan. And this is great if you're in a situation where you're not thinking anymore and you can't make rational decisions, to have a plan that you can follow without having to think. If a trusted colleague is part of your plan, that colleague may be able to come in and watch your class while you take a quick trip to the bathroom or go get a drink of water in the hallway. That will keep you distant from the situation that's causing you to lose your temper, and also will give you a chance to de-escalate. If you have a chance to de-escalate, here are some helpful hints and ways to do it. One is to get a drink of water. Another is to focus on your breathing and try to regulate your breathing so that you're breathing slowly in and slowly out. Another way is to clasp your hands behind your back. This helps you to make sure that you don't do anything inappropriate with your hands, but it also helps you to de-escalate and calm down. You might feel like you're never going to be in a situation like that where you're feeling out of control and escalated until suddenly you're in a situation like that. So it's best to think about it ahead of time, just in case. So go ahead and take a moment right now and think about what would your very best, highest self do in that situation. and try to make a plan so that you can carry it out even if you are feeling angry. I hope you never have to use your emergency plan, but it's great to have it in place if you do. And now, go create a great day for yourself and your students. Well, that's our show. Thanks for watching. If you want more Sanity Boosting classroom management hints like this one, please subscribe to our channel. And if you'd like access to even more information and resources for classroom teachers, come on over to positiveteachingstrategies.com and join our tribe. You'll get a weekly Sanity Boost, access to the Awesome Teacher Nation resources library, and more. You are an awesome teacher, and I appreciate everything you do for your students. Thank you for joining me, and I'll catch you next time on Awesome Teacher Nation TV.